One.
Well, without further ado, we'll go ahead and start the recording. We'll get to killing some bitches.
Woohoo!
Kill all the bitches.
Kill the bitch!
Yeah. Welcome
Oh my
back,
god.
everybody.
Woo!
Last we left off, our heroes were in the city of Moonhaven. We had just finished rifling through the library, the School of Magic. Um, got some information. Professor tried to show his loyalty to the group by trying to burn the spell page that had the void spell on it, and it did not work. Um, some chaos ensued for a moment after that, and then you guys decided to go check out the rumors that you've been hearing about a mostly abandoned ship uh, in the at the docks here at Moonhaven. You go to check it out. You see it is mostly abandoned. The main deck was fashioned to look as if it were a fishing vessel, but going into the captain's cabin was mostly empty, though you did find a sailing map with a sailing route uh, marked out on it. In the hold was nothing but a empty coffin-sized box, which you have come to learn was uh, potentially used as one of Temerity's clone spell vessels. Upon inspecting this vessel, a group approached the ship. Mara alerted Aura to the presence of
But
a
bitches.
reverie. Reverie approaching the ship with a small entourage, including some warforged who were acting as guards to the docks, and some others, as well as some crows flying about. Some exchange of words happened, where again this reverie tried to recruit you for their cult. You guys were not interested, and a fight broke out. So we are in the middle of said battle. I will move us over to the map, and it's going to bring us to the top of the initiative. We are in round 3 of initiative. We're bringing us to the top of the initiative, Professor. So, Professor, I will switch over and tell you to take it away.
Okay, I had a plan. I don't remember what it is.
You can think about it for a minute. Also, I don't know if this is happening to everybody else because all my computers hate me today, but Mars sounds very far away.
He does.
Do I? Hold on.
He does a little bit. No, you don't.
Okay,
It's
that was
because I
better. Yeah,
fiddle
you're
with
better.
rules.
It's always better when you fiddle with it.
Not this time. All right, so what? I don't remember what.
So,
Am I afraid of something right now?
yes, quick reminder of what's happening right now. Yuki is floating in the air with the as the subject of a levitate spell. So she is currently 20 feet off of the surface of the dock, kind of just floating there. Aura is currently hidden underneath the dock. Narco on the stern of the ship. I don't recall what she's concentrating on, but she's concentrating on something while one of the crows turned suits of armor is kind of meddling with her. Professor, you got hit with a what was it? You got hit with kind of this howling void effect that the reverie kind of bestowed upon you. You did not make the save, so you are currently under the frightened condition. You are frightened of reverie currently. Reverie who's focusing on the levitate, and I think that about sums it up. Oh, Narco's concentrating on detect magic. Jade currently no, not actually. You don't have to concentrate because it's spiritual weapon. That's not a concentration spell. So Jade has her spiritual weapon out.
I have spiritual weapon out, and I also have my my Twilight Sanctuary up. So everyone's getting 7 temporary hit points.
Is it
Wait,
7?
is it 7?
I think
It's 4.
It's
4 this time. Everyone's getting 4 temporary hit points every time you end your turn in my aura.
So that I think about sums it up.
So I can't willingly move closer to Reverie. Okay. Going to shock and grasp this Warforged.
Okay. So the Warforged is made of metal, so it will be a straight roll, and I will need a D4 as well.
It won't hit anyways.
Oh, okay. Yep, that'll miss.
You know what? I haven't used inspiration in a while. Let's try that again.
Okay.
Except this time I'm going to roll real dice.
You should roll your new professor dice. You have your new professor dice. You should roll them.
That's exactly what I'm doing. That's a 19 to hit minus the one on the D4, so 18.
18 hits.
Cute. Woo! And that is going to be 2 lightning damage.
2 points of lightning damage. And then it can't take reactions until the start of its turn or something? With Shocking Grasp?
So let's see. Can't take reactions until start of the next turn.
Okay. You still have bonus action and movement, Professor.
I am going to GTFO here. This is like I forgot how to play D&D.
That happens sometimes. Don't forget your 4 temporary hit points.
Well, I do need that. And on top of that, as a bonus action, while Yuki is flying... Wait. 10, 15, 20, 25. No, that is not good. And my turn.
Alright. Give me a second here. Ah! Okay. Great. We move on to Aura.
And I see Reverie.
From where you're at, I would say yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Aura's underneath the deck.
Yeah, Aura's underneath the deck. I understand that. There's kind of like an angle up, but this is kind of like a this fence here is kind of like a slatted fence, so you can see through it. You can see her.
Okay. Magic missile for
Yes,
16 points of force damage.
Oh shit!
Haha!
Alright. That hits. She's gonna make a concentration. Unlevitate. She does succeed on the concentration.
Dang it.
That was 16 points? What the fuck? Okay. 5, 10, 15. I am under the dock.
Okay.
That's all I can move.
Narco.
That is my turn.
You are still in my aura. Take your temporary hit points.
Thank you.
Narco is being menaced. I think she's going to stick with the plan that she was on as last point and just continue to focus fire at Reverie until that is no longer an issue.
All right.
So, taking the disadvantage. No, really, those are my cookie black. You can't have them. I'm very sorry.
But Dad.
This is a 19.
19 hits.
Yay. Okay. Right. That will be 16 points of damage.
Concentration check. Succeeds.
That's about all I can do. No bonus actions online for now, so. Go ahead.
Ren. Ren, you are up.
Okay, Ren is going to use Thorn Whip on the fake Reverie because fuck those damn constructs that I can't fucking hit with shit. Because every damn thing I try, Dirty 20,
Yeah, that'll
fucking
hit.
bounces off. Good. Fuck. That's right, take your 2 damage, bitch.
2 damage.
You can also pull her, and she'll go into that water.
Go in the drink. Pull. How do I always forget that? Thanks, people.
Pull.
I-
Bam.
5 or 10 feet.
10 feet, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
Yep.
Alright,
Pull it close.
10 turn.
The concentration on levitate drops. Yuki,
Yeah.
however,
Wait,
Yuki, you're
Yuki,
going
okay?
So does Yuki.
Yuki, you are going to fall 20 feet.
Beautiful.
No, wait. Everything. Juliet, shut up. I'm trying to be like doing stuff. Shoot, do I have feather? No, I did. I don't have to. Oh, I'm free.
It's okay.
You cut out a little.
I like how monks get slow fall, but it's literally the next level.
Yep,
It's only 20 feet. She'll be fine.
it's fine.
Yuki, as the levitate spell wears off and you clunk to the decks below you, you are going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
However, I will allow you to make, since you are a cat, and cats do typically land at their feet, I will allow you to make we'll call it a DC 12 acrobatics check to see if you land on your feet or if you land prone.
Wow.
Yuki, you land prone.
Good. Good. Hey guys, I had a +6 to that too. Thank God, right?
Yeah. Can you use your amulet for that?
You can?
Amulet is for attack rolls.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. All right.
Alright. Anything else for you, Red?
Oh, no. I think I've had enough fun. I still got my 4 temp hit points. I still fucking hate that crow. Yep. I'm good, thanks.
Speaking of which, the crow that the professor went after is going after the professor. Swoops down.
Don't at me, bro.
Let's go try. Gonna try to make 2 longsword attacks against you.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
That will hit. So the first one is going to be 13 points of slashing.
Okay.
Second swing's gonna miss on a 10.
Okay.
Yuki, you're up.
All right. So I
you're-
am prone. Yes.
You are prone, so it will cost. Well, no, you have mobile, so it only takes what 5 feet of your movement to stand. I think because of mobile.
Yeah, I think so.
Remind me.
Let me get to it. Hang on.
Your memory is accurate.
Okay.
As is Neville's.
So it'll cost you 5 feet of movement to stand, and then you got the rest of your movement to do and go wherever.
That's fucking fine. I have 50 feet.
You do have this Warforged in front of you, kind of like there as you stand.
Hmm. Cool. Aura is under, so Warforged isn't gonna get her. Yeah, I think we're pissed. I'm gonna risk an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
From the Warforged.
So what are you doing? Where are you going?
Boop, 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 boop. That's where we're going.
All right. Warforged going to try and make a slam attack against you.
Cool.
It can't take reaction.
It's... Oh, it can't. It's not the start of its turn yet.
Oh,
Thank
Really
you for the reminder.
done.
Yuki, what you gonna
Hell
do?
yeah. Oh, we're gonna fuck this bitch up. That's what we're gonna do.
All right.
And boop.
11 will miss.
God damn it. Boop.
12 will also miss.
God damn it. Well, I think we're gonna do
Do you want to use an inspiration?
Or your amulet.
Or your hand?
I don't
have a big
I don't have inspiration, but I will use my amulet.
Okay.
amulet.
Do you want to use...
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship fucking rules.
Do you want to use the amulet on the your first strike or your bonus action strike?
Not
Not sure that I think it matters.
It's
Yeah.
the same damage either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure it matters. So why don't you go ahead and roll damage for one of them then, because the 16 will hit.
Bam.
Do you have the plus
Plus
one
for
on
magic weapon.
plus one of the magic weapon?
Yeah, so 9.
12 and 13 miss, by the way. Yeah, so 9 points of damage taken.
If you have key to burn, you can burn one for that flurry of blows to get one more cheeky punch in.
I do have a key point to blow. Wait, do I? Yeah. Let's fucking do it! Flurry of blows. Attack extra turn. Boop, 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 boop. 1 key point to take 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action?
Right,
Yeah,
so...
But you already took one of those strikes as your regular martial arts thing, so this would just add one extra on top
Add
of
1.
that.
Yep.
Perfect. And bam.
I like it.
19 hits.
And bam.
Another 6.
And then using the mobile, we're gonna boop boop jump back here a little bit. Not too far, just
Okay.
she can't smack me.
Anything else for you?
I think that's enough.
Alright. Don't forget your 4 temp HP. Jade,
Roger.
you are up.
Okay. Jade is trying to not have a panic attack right now because she saw Aura get very hurt, fall into the water, or jump into the water, and now she's disappeared. And I did roll for my panic attack though, and I got a 16. So she's trying to calm herself down and just go. She swam away. It's fine. She swam away. She's under the dock. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get her. It's fine. And she's going to turn her attention to Reverie because she's hoping if she makes her go away, that all the other bad things that are harming all her friends, because there's a lot of things happening right now, that all of that goes away too. So Eclipse is going to come up here, and we're going to attack her with that.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit her?
12 does not hit.
12 does not hit. Okay, so Eclipse doesn't do anything. And we're also going to... So that was my bonus action, and as my action, we're going to throw a Starburst at her.
Remind me what Starburst is?
That is Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
Oh, damn. 13?
13 will miss.
13 will miss. Okay, well, I also have an amulet.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use one of my charges on that to make that not miss. because with my amulet, that'll be a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
Yeah, okay. Let me
Hell
mark,
yeah.
Let me mark that off of my friendship amulet. There we go. I got. Okay, I'll fix it later. It doesn't want to change right now. So that is going to be 4d6.
46 for level 1.
So let's do that. Let's go here. Come back. 9. 12 points of damage.
12 points.
And the next person who hits her has advantage.
All right. Anything else for you, Jade?
That will be my turn.
As Reverie gets hit with this guiding bolt, it does a pretty good amount of damage to her. She winces out. She looks towards these flying suits of armor, and she says, "She's under the docks. I'm going to have to leave, I think." Meanwhile, this suit of armor that is harassing Nariko is going to continue to attack Nariko. Longsword attack. 19 to hit.
Shield.
Shield. Brings you.
Will miss.
Second longsword attack. That's gonna miss. It's an 18. Reverie. At the start of Reverie's turn, Professor, you are no longer frightened.
Yay.
Yes. She looks at you and she says, "Well, I can't say it's been fun, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to dip out." And then she's going to cast invisibility on herself.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh no! If only I had detect magic up.
True. But also, I think because of the guiding bolts giving you advantage, I think it's...
Yeah, isn't she glittering?
She is glittering.
There's a dim light glittering on the target until the person who hits her takes the advantage.
So I think the advantage from that and the disadvantage from invisibility are going to cancel out. So you're still going to be able to see her move until that guiding bolt is gone. So
Yes.
I'm going to leave her token on the map. But she is going to...
Run like a bitch.
5, 10, 15,
Yep.
20, 25, 30. And
Yeah, no.
that is it for Reverie. This Warforged is going to run up on Jade. Actually, no. It's gonna get up on you.
God damn it.
I'm too goth. They don't wanna hurt me.
Yuki made it past the stairs, so she's become priority. Slam attack. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Jesus.
That's right. It's minimum damage. So that is 3 bludgeoning. Second slam attack on Yuki is gonna miss.
Yay! My favorite kind of attack.
Back to the top of the round, Professor.
Okay. So Reverie became invisible, but she's still glowing, right? Like I can still see her.
You can still, so it's invisible, so hard to hit, but that glow lets you know kind of where she's at. So instead of making the attack with advantage or disadvantage, it's going to be, if you try to do like a ranged attack, it's going to be a straight roll.
Magic missile.
Oh yeah!
At second level. It's I rolled a 1, so it's only 4 damage, but
Shit.
hopefully enough.
And it doesn't use an attack
Well,
roll,
it's a D4
so
plus 1.
But yeah, 4 plus 1.
So 5?
So 8.
Oh, so you
Yeah, each
rolled
one
you
is-
rolled a 4.
I rolled a 1, but it's 4 missiles. So it's 1d4 plus 1 per missile.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So how do you want to do this?
Professor Gay.
Professor, trying not to get the pants beat off of him, just kind of sees Reverie kind of trying to deke out from over this crow's shoulder, and he's like, I don't think so. And he just kind of finger guns over the crow's shoulder and then unleashes 4 darts, and they just kind of go searing through the air in this sort of spiraling pattern. You go, pop, 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 pop.
Amazing. Amazing.
Love it.
Reverie hits the ground. Run it.
Great. Now you're just gonna die tired.
Bonus action. Try not to poop my pants as I'm getting beaten up. And my turn.
All right. Aura, you're up.
can I see the crow narcos fighting?
I think you're a little bit too far under the bridge to see it from that angle. You could, if you get to like the edge, I think you'll be able to. Yeah, I think I'd say
Like
you
here?
can see it from there. Yeah.
I am going to magic missile again for 12 points of force damage.
You cast your magic missile at this crow. You see the different missiles shoot out against it, and they kind of dissipate as they come within a few inches of the body and do not have an effect.
Rude. That's my turn.
Narco.
All right, I guess we're taking now. That's where the gunner wants to be. I'm thinking. I am not going to jump into the water though. All right, last spell slot. I am going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
It's not a bad way to go.
Get a little shot of epinephrine.
I imagine it's like one of those like stim guns from like Star Trek.
It makes a
I guess it's the fucking like the medic from Team Fortress 2, how he's got a crossbow that just has syringes loaded into it. like all of Edward's artificer gadgets had to be like beer in some capacity. All of Narcos are just different kinds of guns, except some of them heal you.
This is my healing gun.
I love it.
So long as I don't roll minimal damage, it will heal more than it hurts. So I'm going to get back 12 hit points.
Oh, very nice.
And hope that the rest of the battlefield clears up a little bit. That's it.
Red.
Okay, Reverie is gone. That is good. Ren doesn't like it. He's kind of trying to get the crow again. Did I try my thorn whip on these assholes?
You did, but it did not. You missed. You didn't meet its armor class.
Yes.
You're going
All
after.
right, let's try it again.
Which one are you going for?
The one that's harassing Naruto.
Okay.
Come on. All right, 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Do I actually do my 1 point of damage? Ding. Alright, hey, look at that. Thorn Whip will work on these assholes. Good to know.
Do you want to pull it?
Yeah, sure. That's gonna be fun. Let's pull him closer to me.
Whoop.
Then I'll sit there and go, wait, I've made a miscalculation.
If you get off the ship and then hit him again, you can pull him into the water.
Not a terrible plan, but now he's in my area.
They do fly.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. Alright, I'm
Oh,
good.
those are the ones that fly. Never
I
mind.
mean, the disrespect is useful in its own way. It's good for morale.
This red crow, having heard the words reverie before she went down, is going to fly away from Professor. So, Professor, you may make an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Oh, this goes so good at this. I'm gonna try and thump him with a quarterstaff.
Go ahead, cast stick.
That is a 4 to hit.
The stick clangs uselessly off its armor as it flies away from you and comes down to where Aura is below deck.
Oh no!
But its flight path has given Jade an opportunity to attack as well.
Did I put it in front of Jade? Yeah, Jade can get an attack of opportunity, sure.
Okay! I also have staff.
Jade
Ship
casts.
damage matters.
No, it's not gonna hit. I only rolled I rolled a d6. That's not. That's not dice.
That's not no.
That's not how that works. Sorry. All right, let's try it again. It's still not gonna hit. That's only a 11.
No, that won't hit. It is going to
I'm so good when I'm not trying to hit anything.
make an attack on Aura. 17 to hit Aura.
Yeah, that hits.
5 points of slashing damage.
I am unconscious.
How does that drowning mechanic work?
Aura. I will say this. As the hit connects, it is not fatal. This is a non-lethal blow.
It brought me down to 0, so I would have been unconscious anyway.
Yeah, but basically the point is you're not making death saves currently.
Good.
You are stable.
I'm glad they don't want to kill me.
Yeah, that's not terrifying at all.
No, not in the slightest.
Well, that's it for his action. Yuki, you are up.
Right. Trying to think what I care about more: thumping this Warforged or going after the thing that's going after my friend. And I think Yuki would probably go after the thing that's going after my friend and risk the attack of opportunity again.
Okay. So where are you going?
Boop, 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 boop.
You can hit it, and you have mobile.
Are you jumping in the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
And cats don't like water, so that's how much she likes Aura.
So, attack of opportunity is gonna miss.
Nice. Alright, so we're going to try to hit that thing.
Go for it. 22 hits.
Nice.
10.
There we go.
26 hits.
That's how you fucking do it, Uke.
6. Do you have any key left and would like to make a flurry of blows?
I was just gonna say I have more key points that I would like to spend on a flurry of blows.
Go for it. 26
Still don't
hits.
miss.
Another 6. Is that all for
So,
you?
huh?
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
Yuki just jumps in the water, and she's just like so mad because fucking cats hate water. So she just jumps in the water, and she's like, "Wow, wow, wow!" just like slashing out
I
at
love it.
this fucking thing, just because she's so mad she's in water. And yes, she is. That would be an action. Can't do that.
You have movement left because you used action and bonus action.
No, I know. I think I'm gonna stay here and try to distract this thing from Aura.
Okay.
And then I take the four points back, right?
Yes, you get 4 temp hit points from being in Jade's aura.
Yeah.
Anything
Okay,
else?
that's me.
Alright. Jade.
Jade actually is screaming right now because she just saw that happen. And she's running this way. And Eclipse is also coming. 5, 10. Oh, I guess it can't actually get to it because I can't leave it in Yuki's space, right?
So, if you wanted
You can only
to,
move 20 feet.
you could move here and still be within melee range of the thing if you wanted to be, and then you can move your sword here.
Also, your sword floats, so it can be above creatures.
Also true.
Oh, that's a good point. Sure. Yeah, we'll get it here. So that gets moved. That's attacking.
Okay.
Why do my dice not like me when I'm actually trying to hit stuff? So that's a 16 to hit?
16 will miss.
Damn. Okay. And then a fire erupts around Jade and latches onto that thing. I need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Alright. Does not make it.
Cool. It'll take 3 points of radiant damage if it's not immune to radiant damage.
It takes the radiant.
Great.
Anything else for you, Jade?
No.
Now being harassed by Ren, our flying armor is going to make a couple attacks on Ren.
That seems unfortunate.
25 to hit Ren.
Yeah, that fucking hit.
That is going to be 13 points of slashing. Second attack is a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that'll hit too.
That is going to be another 10.
Well, I look like shit.
Reverie down. More forged.
Don't forget your temp HP, Ren.
I have to get it back when I have my turn, because I definitely used it.
Yep.
It's got one more 25. This Warforged is going after Jade. A couple of slam attacks. A 19 to hit you, Jade.
19 will hit.
Is going to be 6 points of bludgeoning. Second slam attack. Missing on a 12.
Okay.
Back to Professor.
Okay. Can I use my action to do what's normally a bonus action?
What are you trying to do?
Well, I have a bonus action spell, but I also want to drink a potion.
Yeah, no, that's so potion. Taking a potion is typically an action. I've just made it a helper rule to make it bonus action. So, yeah,
Okay.
we can say taking the potion is your action, and then doing the spell is your bonus, or whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. First things first. Where's my potion? Potion of healing. He's gonna quaff this potion. Get a solid 6 back. And he just kind of like wipes his mouth on his sleeve and throws a glass bottle down onto the deck. The bonus action. Actually, he's going to fly up here, about 10 feet up in the air, and he's going to cast Bless.
Ooh.
Put that in the thing here now on Yuki, Narco, and Jade.
Very good.
That's it for my turn.
Aura's
Very good.
unconscious but stable. Narco, you are up.
Dark is a little worried about Ren. Loads another bulletin. Ren, you got potions, right?
I will figure something out.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the response.
I'm sorry, because Juliet's a psychopath. I will figure something out, says Ren.
Okay. Narco's gonna focus fire on the thing that looks the most hurt to try and clear the field.
All right.
So thank you for the bless, Professor. I'm gonna shoot at Red Crow.
Yep.
Bless probably gonna matter here. Okay, with the bless, that's a 23.
That is a hit.
Yay! Gun is still magic if that makes a difference.
Yep.
Very average damage at 13.
13's pretty good.
I have no spells. I have nothing but bullets.
Bullets are bullets, man.
Bullets. Anything else for Narco?
Nope.
Ren.
Yeah, Ren is casting some sort of healing magic on himself because this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna tap himself with cure wounds. And he'll say again, I do not like you. Could you perhaps go somewhere else? That's it. That's his turn.
All right, got your 410 HP back. That's good.
You bet.
This Red Crow is going to grapple Aura on its action, and it is going to attempt to fly 30 feet straight up in the air. Jade, Yuki, Narco, you all get attacks of opportunity.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. 22 to hit for Jade.
22 hits.
I'm sorry, 23 with bless.
23 hits.
23 hits. Okay. Good.
26 for Narco.
That is a hit.
23 for Yuki.
24. And that also
24.
hits.
Sorry, 24.
All 3 hit.
It's not a D8. Where's my D8?
So that's a 10 from you.
5.
10 from me.
Okay.
5 from Jade.
5?
5.
What are you attacking with?
My staff?
Is it magical?
No, it's just a regular staff.
Does it-
Unless you're letting me hit with Eclipse.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah. I don't think Eclipse lets me do.
Yeah, Eclipse doesn't
opportunity.
get, yeah, Eclipse doesn't get opportunity attacks. Narco, your damage.
I'm guessing the musket not used for opportunity attacks.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Oh, that's fine. Then that is 17 points of damage.
Very good.
Oh,
Still up, 30 feet up in the air now with Aura in its grasp. Yuki, you're up. This thing just flew 30 feet away from you.
Dang it. Well, shit. Ow. Right. Shit. I don't think I have enough key. Yeah, I used 2 key points already, so I only have 1 left. I can't do that. Um, how high is he?
30 feet.
Cool.
I put him on his name tag, so you can see.
Oh, thanks. Okay. I think we're gonna get a little fucky. Can I? I already knew you were gonna say no, but I'm gonna try anyway. Can I take my what's got the higher one? Can I take my bow, my short bow that has 80 feet range, tie rope to it, and try to shoot him?
Tie rope to it?
Yeah.
So,
Told you I was getting lucky. I just don't want him to get farther away.
I would say yes, but tying the rope to your arrow is going to be an action.
Damn.
So you could tie rope to your arrow on this action and then shoot it on your next action, I would say. Because it does take a little bit of concentration to tie a good rope on an arrow.
Right.
I would say that would take an action to do.
Just light missiles. Just trying to look at everything I can do, and I can't do too much.
Could just shoot him.
I could shoot him, but then he drops Reverie, aka Aura. Fuck it, I'm gonna shoot him.
Go for it.
I've never wanted to miss more. God damn it.
20 hits.
Of course it does.
How do you want to do this?
God fucking damn it! God, please
don't know that it'll kill her.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a very, very low possibility. But it is possible. That's what makes it fun.
That's what makes my anxiety spike. Okay, so I think Yuki is gonna see this crow shoot up with Aura, and she's gonna say, "No, you will not take my friend," and she's going to, just shoot up at him, and it's just gonna catch him, I guess.
In his little helmet.
Yeah, catch him right up under his dumb little helmet, right by his fucking neck.
The arrow pierces the armor. You hear a wail and a wisp of wind as the armor just kind of falls apart midair, lets go of Aura, and they both go sailing down to the water. Aura, the good news is that you do not instantly die. The bad news is that you will take one failed death save.
Okay.
Anything else for you, Jade? Or, I'm sorry, Yuki.
No, I think I've done enough.
Jade's got her own shit to do.
Jade!
They're in the water again?
They're in the water again.
Cool. Jade jumps into the water.
Okay.
I'm going to grab Reverie.
Jumping
Or
into the,
grab
jumping into the
grab
water. Jumping into the water, this Warforged is going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
fuck him, I don't care. I don't even see this guy anymore. This guy who hit me for 2 hit points, I don't fucking care about him.
It's going to miss on a 10 anyway, so you're fine.
Good. She doesn't even pay this one any attention. He's trying really hard. She doesn't even look at him as she goes and jumps into the water to grab Aura. Is grabbing Aura's unconscious body my action?
What are you trying to do?
I'm casting... Well, I want to cast a spell, but
So
I have to touch her.
you can cast a spell with your action. If you're trying to grab her body, that would technically be a grapple, which would be an action. Like
Okay,
if you want,
I
if you
just
want,
need
to, if you want to grab her to like move her, you know that's kind of a grapple that would take your action to do.
Okay, I'm grabbing her to cast a spell.
Okay, so you
I'm not
touch,
gonna move her. I'm just gonna
touch
grab
or
her.
cast a spell. Okay.
Cool. You get a cure wounds.
Very nice.
So that's a. You get 10 hit points back.
Thank you.
Doors back up.
But Jade is still holding on to you. And she is speaking. Does anyone speak Infernal?
Not me.
No.
Yes.
I do.
Aura and the professor can hear Jade talking then as she like jumps into the water. Her staff has been abandoned on the dock and she's just grabbing at Aura, and this light just envelops her body as she's saying, no, it's fine. I said I would get you, and it's fine. You're not going anywhere, and you're not going anywhere. And I said you'd be safe, and you're going to be okay. And that's just on a loop immediately after that. I'm completely distracted by the fact that Aura got this all happen to her, and I'm not paying attention to anything else, so Eclipse is not going to do anything on this go round.
I'm going to go ahead and move this thing out of the way to free up some space. Also, Yuki and Jade, don't forget to add your 4 temp HP at the end of your turns.
Yeah.
Is there anything else for you, Jade? You're done?
Nope, that's it. I'm done.
Alright. This other crow saw Ren heal himself, and I think is distracted on that. Actually, let's make a roll. What is he? What does this guy care more about? Yeah, he's mad at Ren. Make a couple of swipes at Ren. 18 Ren.
I think that one meets.
Okay,
Ah.
that'll hit.
Yep, that meets.
That is 6 points of slashing.
Not better than usual.
Damn it. 6 slashing. Second sword attack is a natural 20.
Oh!
Fuck!
Chronal shift.
Oh,
Real shit.
Oh, yay.
That's just a straight reroll?
Yeah, it's pretty much
It's
a,
reaction. Decision after you see whether. Okay. Target must use the results of the second roll.
yeah, it's pretty much
Oh,
free
shit.
silver carbs.
Roll like shit.
It misses you on an 8.
Yes.
Yeah!
Oh, Professor.
Ren feels a deep amount of warmth towards his bestie.
Warforged.
Alright, ship it.
Go. What's this guy gonna do? Professor's 10 feet up in the air, can't get to him.
Uh-huh.
Jade jumped in the water. It's gonna go after Jade. Splash. Gonna try to make 2 slam attacks against you in the water, Jade. Missing on a 12.
Yep.
I think it misses on a 17.
Yep.
Alright, Professor, you're back up.
It's slowly drowning.
Well, I am out of spell slots, so I am going to try to cast Sacred Flame on Warforged Red, which is a DC 11 Dex save.
Dex save. Big suit of armor, not very dexterous, rolls a 10.
Yes, that is a 6 in damage.
You said 6?
Yep.
That's
Radiant.
Radiant. Cool. Anything else?
That's it for me. That's all.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Oh, very nice. Don't forget your temp HP, Professor.
Boop.
Aura, you are up.
I will. That's just a Warforged, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't do it anyway.
Yeah. So
I'm just gonna Magic Missile the last Warforged.
Okay.
For 15 points of force.
very nice. Anything else, Aura?
That's it.
Go ahead and get your temp HP back. Naruko, you are up.
Okay. Ren looks over at Ren. You still got this. It's fine. Gonna fire at the red Warforge.
Go for it.
Not going to bullet. There we go. Right, that is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
13 points of damage.
Ooh. Anything else for Naruko?
That is all.
Red.
Yeah, Red's gonna look at this damn crow that's beat him several times and comment quietly, "It seems that I am much better at a ranged fighter. I require additional distance to be effective." So he picks up Dave, he disengages and trot.
Hell yeah.
Very
Okay,
nice.
there we go, now we're done. Bye, Professor.
Get your temp HP.
Yeah, I
Get
need
your
that temp
back,
HP.
Red.
Okay. And my turn. The fuck over here.
Alrighty. That one's dead. Yuki, you're up.
Alright.
You got one Warforged in the water with you. You still got one crow up above the quarter deck.
Cool. Well, let's see. Who do I want to fuck up first? Let's get this guy. Boop, boop. We're gonna swim over. Luffy, swim me over. we're gonna try to fuck this guy up a little bit.
All right.
And kapow!
25 hits.
Yay!
8 takes it out.
Yay! And that was what? 5, 10. How much movement would it take for me to get onto the I guess gangplank, the ship, whatever?
So the gangway is kind of like 10 feet above the water.
Okay.
But you can use 5 feet to get up here, and then
Okay.
another 5 feet to get here, and then whatever other movement it takes.
Cool. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, right? Because 5 up.
Yeah.
Move over. 20, 30, 35. And we're going to go bloop, bloop, for 40
Okay,
and try to fuck this guy up.
go for it.
Beep.
There you go.
Hell yes.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Amazing.
Fucking up achieved.
So that's
D6.
oops. And then
Roll another d6.
alright.
So
Oh.
that is 11, 12.
Would it be 13? Do I have my 1?
That is with the one.
That is
9, 10, 11. Oh yeah, gotcha. Okay. See? I'm glad you guys math, because I don't. And since I have 10 feet more movement, we're gonna boop, jump back.
Alright.
That'll be it.
Jade.
Jade is still very focused on Aura, and Yuki was here, but then she left. So Jade's going to look to where Aura shot her magic missile and see that Warforged is gone. And back to Aura and just, are you alright? Can you get up? Can you get out of the water?
I think I'll be fine.
Okay. I think there's still something up there. And now that Aura is back with us, still holding on to Aura, Jade's going to look up at the deck. Can I see this crow?
I would say if you
Far
get
in
up,
the middle of the ship.
I would say yeah, I think you can, yeah.
Okay. Is he close enough for me to move Eclipse?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd say so.
Okay. So Eclipse is gonna go. Oh, that's much better. Thank you, Dice. That's 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Great. And what damage does Eclipse do? It would help if I went on to my second level stuff. Oh, yay! Max damage on that. 13 points of force damage.
Eclipse swings and goes to attack at this crow, and you see that Eclipse passes right through it. Does not have an effect.
Okay.
Anything else, Jade?
So that was my bonus action. He's way too far for me to do anything else. Nope, that's it.
Alright.
Movement. I guess I can try to get back up onto the dock with Aura. So that'll be my thing that I'm trying to do.
So you're gonna grab her with your action, and you're going to take her with you back up on the dock?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're gonna want to move your token next to her, and then we'll just say you both kind of pop up onto the dock.
Jade's pretty strong.
Aura. Alright, anything else for you, Jade?
That's it.
crow friend. Now seeing Aura in plain sight is going to pass through Eclipse, come down this way, and is going to attack Aura. Uh, 23 to hit Aura.
That very clearly misses.
So close though.
7 points of slashing.
Okay.
The second, 12 to hit?
Yeah, that hits. I can't do anything about it.
There's another 6 points of slashing.
I'm back to 1 HP.
God damn it!
God damn.
That one's dead. We are back to Professor.
Okay. Get over here. And I will Sacred Flame, Dex save DC 11.
DC 11 on the save. Does not make it.
Is 2 radiant.
Radiant.
That's it for me.
Alrighty. Aura.
I'm going to take the dodge action, and that is my turn.
Ooh, very nice. Get your temp HP back.
Thank you.
Narco.
Blows another bullet, mutters under her breath. I'm gonna name this ship the Crow Killer, I swear to God. Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. That would be a crit fail, but I'm going to use my amulet.
Very nice.
So, with the blast, that will be a 22.
22 hits.
15 points of damage.
Alright. Anything else for Narco?
More unladylike swearing. But that will do.
Red.
Red will note that Aura's taken some more pretty hard hits and will take one step up behind her, try not to scare her, because damn, she looks jumpy. And quietly say, do try to stop falling. And heal for 17.
Fuck yes.
Oh, beautiful.
Hell yeah!
Is that more than the hit points you already have, Aura?
I think it's exactly a full heal.
I think it is too.
You have 18 hit points?
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
No!
Thank you.
Censored.
Ben accepted the risks of what he did.
Yuki.
Alright. Seeing that crow leave, that's not very nice. We were just starting to play. So she's gonna come right back over here. And she's gonna say, I wasn't done. We still have more things to work out. And she's gonna try to smack him around a little more.
Go for it. 11 will miss. 22 will hit.
Hey!
9.
And you know what? Just for funsies, I have 1 key point left. Let's just fucking do it.
Alright.
Now is the time.
Yep.
Yes.
6 hits. 8. Very good.
And that'll do it.
Alright. Jade. You can
Cool,
forget your HP.
Oh.
If you haven't added it already, I don't.
Right.
Sorry, Jade, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. This thing's after Aura.
Yep.
Very clearly, and Jade is still holding on to her, and she's just going to say again. She's still speaking in Infernal, so only Aura and the professor can understand what she's saying, and she's going to say, "We'll keep you safe. Don't fight me." And Aura's about to Misty Step 30 feet away. She's going to face that over here.
Nice.
5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Actually, she's over this. She's all the way over here.
Do you want to put her
30.
Wait,
Yeah,
here?
30 feet away is fine.
All right.
That's my action. And I don't think I have any bonus actions left. Nope. Screw it, we'll bring Eclipse up. Just because. I don't know that it's missing.
Okay.
Okay. 18 plus 7.
25 hits
25 hits and does no damage.
would be the same effect as last time. Yeah, just passes
Yeah.
through.
It's fine. I see that now. That was underneath the dock the last time.
That all for you.
That's it.
Party of the Crow's gonna go by Chiyuki. You may get an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Yay! Of course I wish. And boop.
12 will miss.
Hey.
10, 15, 20. Jade, you want to take one?
Oh, yes, of course. That's a nat 20 for me.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Double the damage dice, add your modifier.
All right.
This is your quarterstaff, yeah?
Yeah, that's just my staff.
Okay.
So it's not a lot, but it's something. My staff is. Where is my D8? Where's my D8?
Man, War Mage would be really helpful right now, wouldn't it?
Where's my?
Oh, it's fun when you got War Mage, someone leaves your space, and you opportunity cast a spell, and you fucking hit them with hold person.
Yeah.
15 points.
Damn.
Alrighty.
Where's my artwork of Jade with sick abs?
Right?
You'd have to get her out of her dress first.
25.
Mission accepted.
And gonna make 2 more attacks on Aura.
With disadvantage, because dog.
Correct. 14 to hit.
That hits.
It's cocked. So the first one is 6 slashing. Ooh, nat 1 on the second try.
Good.
Whew.
Back to Professor.
Okay. He's gonna get right here, and he's gonna drop down. And he kind of just mostly wants to sort of paint himself as a target to get it to leave War alone. Not having high hopes for that, but we're gonna do Sacred Flame on this guy again.
Okay.
Dex 11.
Dex 11. Ah, that's a 10.
Ooh. That's 3 radiant. And he just kind of shouts, "Hey! Over here!" That's it for me.
You can be either an intimidation or a persuasion, if you like.
Yeah, okay. Do a persuasion. That's 21.
All right. Aura, you're up.
I don't know what to do. Stick.
Stick hits!
Dude. Oh god, it'd be so funny if you took him out with the staff.
That'd be great.
Anything else, Aura?
That's it.
Naruko.
I also have a stick.
A boomstick.
Pretty much. That was so close to being an nat 20.
Oh,
Oh.
It is in fact a base 19, so 29 to hit.
no. 29 hits.
Good. Uh, 15? Yeah, 15 points of piercing.
15. Doesn't have much left.
Good.
Anything else for Naruko?
Get him!
Get him! Red.
This battle's drawn on far too long. Gotta move over here. No, not you, Dave. I'm trying to move Red and hold still. Dave, sit right there, okay? I know you want to be part of the battle. Maybe I could throw you at the next guy, but I'd rather not break you. Red's gonna try using his Thorn Whip on the guy.
Go ahead and Thorn Whip.
But that ain't gonna do it. That ain't it. I
Usually will
tried.
not.
End turn.
Yuki.
Alrighty. We're gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I told you. We're not done yet. Boop.
Sorry, hang on. I stepped away for a second. I have to close one of the vents.
Yeah, take your time to look at that nat fucking 20.
Oh, is it a nat 20?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So you just take your time to look at that bitch.
Double the damage dice, add your modifier.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ka-chow. And it was a
Damn.
D4, right?
Max damage on that one.
Ka-chow.
No, another d6.
Oh, 6, sorry. Ka-chow.
Still 4.
Same.
How do you want to do this, Yuki?
Yeah. So Yuki's gonna come up on him and say again, I told you, we're not done. I will not allow you to continue to hurt my friends. You must deal with me. And she will snaggity snack like Wolverine. Once in the tummy, and then once across the chest.
A couple of swift strikes from Yuki. You find that your fists dent the armor inwards. The head kind of shakes and rattles on its shoulder as you go in for the second blow, and once you connect, the pieces of the armor just seem to fall apart and clatter to the dock. And this threat is no more. With that,
I kick the piece of armor.
With that, you all look around you, and you see no other hostiles in the area. The coast appears to be clear.
I hate that word appears that you use.
I use it all the time.
I
What
know,
you do
and I
notice
hate it.
is down the wharf, the kerfuffle has drawn up some spectators who are keeping a very wide distance, kind of just meekishly looking on, trying to discern what the fuck is going on around here. But other than that, the dock is quiet.
And last spell slot, Aura. Getting 12 hit points back.
I'm nearly at max. You might want to save that.
You are?
Yeah, I'm at 16.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Never mind. I'll take that back. Ren might get that then.
Yuki's gonna walk over to Aura and just not ask, no consent, wrap her into a hug, and say, "I'm so sorry. I shot you out of the sky."
You what?
I what? I'm glad you're okay.
Ah!
And she'll kind of like stand her back up and just kind of like.
I think it's about that time Jade comes up and just hugs Aura.
Hi. And hugs her back. What is Yuki talking about?
I'm not what?
Something about shooting me out of the sky?
One of the things, it grabbed you out of the water and then it was starting to fly away. And Yuki shot it to get you back, but you fell into the water.
She'll turn to Yuki. Thank you.
Yuki smiles sheepishly. Says, "Sorry. You're welcome."
Everyone gets one last round of temporary hit points before this goes down.
I'm just gonna see what the not me has before anybody else comes over here.
He's not letting you go.
I will scoot close. Okay. I'll try and then give in.
Do you want to leave? We can go if you want to go.
I mean, are we safe here?
No, probably not.
Narco, as you are searching the Warforged, I would like you to give me an investigation check.
Oh, I do those. There's... Dirty 20.
As you're scavenging this Warforged for parts, there's the typical, armor pieces and things like that. There is one interesting thing that you find. It's a mechanical eye, something like a small surveillance camera. Buzzles and crackles with arcane energy, clearly malfunctioning from the hits that it has taken. But with your passive insight, you think you might be able to make something of this.
I will add it in my inventory.
Alright.
And now I have two characters that are starting to strip body parts from their kills for later crafting.
To be fair to Naruto, most of the body parts you're stripping are body parts of mechanical beings.
It's just weird it's happening twice.
You would have 2 nickels.
For that gold is someone just taking that in their personal, or are they handing it to Narco for the party fund? Just so I know.
Professor put
That's
it in
for the
party in the chat.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, gotcha. Is added.
continuing to hold on to Aura and reassuring herself that she's definitely okay and she didn't get carried away by the crows. She's gonna look around to everybody else, and still in Infernal. Is everyone else all right?
Professor will respond in Infernal, and he just says, "You might get more answers if you switch over to Common."
She just looks very confused.
You're speaking in Infernal. What kind of accent would an Infernal sound like? I feel like you wouldn't have an English accent in Infernal.
It's Australian.
No, that's Undercommon.
Undercommon is New Zealand. Two very completely different things.
Would an Australian be like thieves can't? Hey.
It's down under common. Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
that's the joke.
I appreciate your joke, Allison.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I laughed.
So I have some disassembled robots in my suitcase. I'm not doing that with the people bodies, so what are we doing with that?
Should we turn her over? What's left of her, anyway? Like, to the authorities, not like her body. I mean, you could probably turn her body over if you want to, but it's not really going to give us much.
Yeah, out of character. What is the etiquette of how to deal with bodies when someone attacks you and you murder them in self-defense? Like, do you just drop them off the local graveyard? And
We murdered this person in self-defense. What do you want out of this?
I would think if it's done so in a city like this, I would imagine you'd find somebody in charge and be like, "Hey, go get the, I don't know, go get the coroner or something." I don't know.
Go to
I
the
thought
dead
the proper
bodies.
etiquette was to run away and not get caught.
but we're not guilty of like murder. This is Fantasyland.
This is
justified.
self-defense murder.
This is murder light.
Yeah,
We have a whole crowd of people who watched it happen.
Yeah, there's already witnesses at the dock. So you know what? Yeah, Narco is just gonna head down the dock, look for either someone from like the harbor service or the guard, whichever she comes across first, and you know, give them the quick update. There's some corpses to be picked up. No big deal.
So, standing in the midst of this crowd, what you find is the harbor master, who was the one who signed that boat over to you. He stands there with his arms at his side, his clipboard just kind of hanging, his jaws just kind of gaping as you approach. And he says, "Does this happen to you often?"
Narco she got roughed up, but she got healed again, so she probably only has a couple of bruises right now. She'll just kind of roll her shoulders a bit, and she just sort of gives a nod. It's like, well, like the business card says, we solve problems, and sometimes problems come to us to be solved. Business is really taken off these days.
Uh-huh. Well, he kind of scratches the back of his head. Sure as hell glad I'm not an adventurer. I saw them. I guess they might have been the original owners of the boat.
Yes, something like that. And I have half a mind to suspect that the reason it was left in the state it was precisely to attract the notice of folks like myself.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, and I'd be able to trust you to clean up the mess now that the threat has been dealt with.
I guess I could get some. I guess I could get some of the dock workers who aren't the type to ask questions to bring whatever bodies are left to the burial ground behind the temple. That seems to be the right thing to do, I guess.
Narco kind of like raises an eyebrow as if she's not entirely sure this harbor master hasn't had to deal with dead bodies on his docks before. It's like even just the innocuous, like guy got too drunk, fell off the dock, like drowned, like fucking happens all the time.
Well, probably, but not like
Not so publicly.
not so publicly usually.
Yeah. Hmm. Very good. And she'll head back over to her compatriots. Well, I've arranged for the remains to be moved to a suitable gravesite. I was really hoping this would have been the simpler of our escapades here in the city.
The professor stands up from digging around in dead Reverie's mouth and just kind of wipes his hands on his jacket. He's like, no suicide tooth.
Jade is now calmed down enough that she's going to be speaking aloud to everyone in regular common. They wanted to take Aura.
Very much so. It seemed that was their prime objective.
So they lied. They said they didn't need her.
Hmm.
They do seem the type to lie.
That doesn't mean they don't want her.
Right. But the fake reverie said to kill her if they wouldn't bring her with, if she wouldn't go with them. And instead they tried to take her instead.
I think going forward, it might be a good idea that when we run into these cultists, we should develop some sort of defensive formation around.
Olga. And a strategy to protect her.
Yeah. I'll have some things I can do.
In the absolute minimum, we could form a wall between her and whoever we may be fighting. Of ourselves, stand between them. She should be able to cast past us. And won't be able to get to her unless they go through us first. At least not physically. Hopefully. Unless they have like teleportation or something crazy like that. That's possible.
The professor, I do not believe you are helping in this particular situation.
You're probably right.
Less is more.
Probably the best course of action. We're doing it. I mean, just a little bit of defense is better than none.
I can certainly task Arby with being he's bodyguard for any and all of us, but to prioritize or in those circumstances. Could we maybe get back to the siren song, or maybe just a very comfortable park bench? I think we could use a quick break after that.
Yeah, I could probably use about 8 quick breaks after that.
A break would be nice. Ren looks at Arby. Is he going to be okay?
Arby isn't really actually like out right now. Narco has probably like straight up disassembled him into his component limbs and like shoved him in her briefcase.
Cool.
But she's like stuffing an arm back in. She's like, he'll be fine. If I hadn't burned through so much magic in the fight, I could have him up in a jiffy. But I'm gonna need a little bit of a recharge before I can get Arby back online.
Indeed.
Right, so sounds like
Do we need?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I think I might have a little bit of a bag.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Do we need these bodies for anything?
Nariko took all the parts that she wants from the constructs. She is not touching the crows because those are funky void stuff. So Nariko nods that she's got what she needs.
Friend, Professor.
I do not
Actually,
want
maybe
them.
I would like to take one look before we go. And he's going to look over the blue crow. He's looking specifically for any sort of physical components that may have any sort of connection to the void. Something that he could study to get an understanding, a little better understanding without having to put himself through the rigorous void things that endanger everyone.
Okay, so how are you looking to do that?
Actually, you know what? I can. Can you ritual cast without using a slot?
Yeah. So if you have a spell that has the ritual cast tag, you could cast a spell as a ritual. It doesn't use a spell slot. It just takes like 10 minutes to cast.
Okay. I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic, and I really want to focus it in at the physical form of the crow and all of its components, just to sort of get a feeling of, is there any sort of void concentration in the parts of it?
So you take your 10 minutes to cast detect magic. You're kind of, you got this Terminator vision up on this blue, what was the blue crow, now just kind of a pile of metal armor. You could feel the residual of void magic there, but now that this thing is no longer sentient and has been destroyed and is fallen apart, it is dissipating and becoming, and just kind of going away. There isn't like any particular component or piece or anything like that that seems to be stronger than any other. There doesn't seem to be any kind of component or piece that is like piloting this thing. It just
Okay.
seems like it was held together just by magic itself, and once you had defeated it and taken the strength out of it, the magic that was holding it together no longer could do so, and just kind of fizzles out.
Is there other magics on this thing as well? Like, is the void magic kind of clinging on a little bit longer and lingering more than anything else, or is there any sort of indication of anything like that?
No indication.
And last question is, as it dissipates, is it leaching out in any capacity? Or is it confined to this whatever components that makes this thing up?
It's kind of like dropping a single drop of dye in a lake of water. It just you kind of drop it in, and just the environment that's around it is dilutes it so much to a point where it cannot stand on its own.
Yeah, but it is sort like I'm picturing it like your drop of dye leaching out to the world around it. So it may not be corrupting anything, but it is indeed not confined to this physical shape.
Correct.
Okay, that it gives me a ton of data, and he just sort of stands up, stands back, and he just says, "It seems to be safe now that it's being defeated, but it is worth mentioning that this thing, the void, whatever residual void magics held this thing together, is indeed leaching out of it. It's such a small amount, it shouldn't hurt or harm anything, really, but it is indeed leaching out, which gives us a good inkling as to the nature of things that have been summoned or constructed in this way."
That still does not seem encouraging.
It's not. It's really it really does reinforce the idea that this thing, this force, the void, is really just trying to spread out, reach out wherever it can.
Marson, you're real quiet again.
Get muffled.
Yeah.
Stop it.
How about now?
You're good now.
Now you're good.
Maybe if I just like take it out from behind her. Okay. Did you catch what I said though?
No, it did not.
Okay. So this just sort of reinforces the idea that the force that is the void really wants to spread out, even when it's been shunted into something like a being or a machine. It still wants to leach out into the world, even in death.
To compare it to something of an organic nature, it seems to be functioning as a virus, with its ultimate goal to be reproducing and spreading.
I hate that reference, and it is absolutely correct, and I hate that it's correct. But I like
Well,
you.
not because you are infected, and so am I.
I'm not mad that I'm infected. I'm mad that it exists in this manner.
Hmm.
Did anyone check the cultist's body yet?
Nope.
The cleric that was with them.
I forgot that they were there.
Jade's,
Otherwise, I'd keep in their mouth too.
Jade's detect magic is up, by the way. It's at will, so it's just always up. Now that we're not doing other things, she's going to kneel down and check this woman.
Give me a moment. Kind of rifle through this woman's pockets. Again, there isn't really anything much of note. There isn't anything really much of significance. What you do find are 2 gold pieces in the pocket.
Okay. And when this woman arrived, she looked like she wasn't quite there, right? She looked kind of glassy-eyed and dazed, like she was being controlled.
I don't think I had that in the description of when she showed.
Oh.
She did look focused. Why don't you give me a retroactive insight check on that?
Sure. $15.
On a 15, I'll say the look that you saw from her wasn't one of someone being controlled as much as it was of one who zealously pursued what they believed in.
Okay. I just had a complete misunderstanding of her look then. My bad on that. Or I forgot. Both of those are valid. So go through her pockets. Nothing there that we can use or nothing that we need. And Jade is going to stand up. And as she stands up, she's going to take her staff and set it on the ground next to the cultist first and say a word. And as she does, the symbol the symbols along the side of her staff that usually you can't see because the magic isn't active on it start to glow. And as they start to glow, her body starts to burn. I will be burning both of these bodies unless someone stops her from burning Reverie.
Not hearing anything.
Not gonna lie, for a minute, I thought you meant Jade was burning.
Oh, me too.
No.
I was real confused.
Nope.
For-
No, Jade's fine. She's burning the body of the cultist and the fake Reverie.
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 No, go ahead. You do you, girl.
You ain't stopping you.
Reverie.
And she'll do that. And she'll just say at the end, with the symbols having been etched into their bodies as they burned away, just my sisters will have fun. You don't deserve a rest. Whoever you are. That's it.
So the bodies burn. Their pockets rifled through. Narco got a piece of tech off of one of the Warforged. And I'm hearing that arrest sounds in order.
Yes.
No spells.
I have a question
Uh-huh.
that might derail things. I'll try to make it quick. And it
Do you know pretty quick?
this may be a little bit fucky, so answer this as you will. But it seems like pretty much for the entirety of this campaign so far, one person or another has had detect magic up. So kind of retroactively, would anyone have noticed any of the cultists who use void magic? Were they leeching void into the environment passively, just as this crow was?
With detect magic up, I'd be easy enough to tell. When they were alive, no, it was not leeching out.
And after they were not alive?
When they were unalived, still no.
Okay. So those who can control it? Good. Okay. Thank you.
All right. else, or would the party like to move on to Siren Song or somewhere else to catch a breath?
I think breath would probably be good.
Ren would like nap time.
Okay. So at this point it is late morning because you got up and immediately went to the docks and then immediately were attacked. So it's late morning. You'll be coming up on lunch pretty soon. Um, there are several options for you to kind of take a rest. There are uh, a few green spaces you can kind of just plop in a field and just kind of let the sun recharge you. You could always retreat back to the Siren Song, where you will have rooms. There's also the Laughing Beholder, which you would know about as well, as several of you have already been to Moonhaven and are pretty aware of what is around here. Um, Another option, there's like a quad in the School of Magic again that you could just kind of like sit under the tree and just kind of exist. There are no shortage of options in this town.
The professor will vote for a comfy place to exist without paying money, like not an inn.
Jade's gonna vote for the tree option. Just be outside.
Narco thinks the little under the grass under a nice tree and the magic school quad would be delightful.
Ren will bring the music.
Ren brings the party every time.
I'll bring the hacky sack.
Fucking Dave's leaves start glowing multicolored, rave disco music starts playing. Or sitting down trying to have a picnic.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and gather you up.
On the walk back, Jade's gonna fall back in by Aura.
So you begin to make your way out of the docks. The crowd that has kind of started to gather around and kind of watch the kerfuffle, they kind of start to break up, and as you begin to move through them, they kind of scoot out of your way, give you some room to move. You'll see the dockmaster with a couple of burly-looking dudes begin to walk past you towards where bodies are to do whatever it is they're going to do with them. But you make your way back into the city without any kind of issue or anything like that. I will move you back there momentarily. Oh, I forgot. I forgot Mara. Boop. Alright. That. Okay. And we're back to the Moonhaven map. So you make your way back into the city. You guys look a little bit roughed up. You got a couple of looks from people passing by, but they mostly mind their business. You make your way to the School of Magic. It's like coming onto a college campus. There are people moving all about. There's like, they're in a time of peace, so no one's really like guarding the doors per se, even though there are faculty kind of wandering about the whole time. Again, nobody really bothers you or questions you, having recognized Narco, having recognized the professor, especially. Um, you're able to make your way to the School of Magic. There's a nice little quad kind of in the middle of the school that the school is built around. Nice big tree in the center, some fountains with some nice soothing sounds of water falling. Plenty of benches, plenty of grass to kind of lay down and spread out on. You're able to make your way there with no issues, and the atmosphere is nice and quiet and calming, and you were able to, at the very least, get a short rest while you're here. Unless you just want to sit here for the next 8 hours, which you were welcome to do.
I think Yuki is gonna be typical cat. She's gonna find a sunspot and just kind of curl up, little fluffy white tail over her nose, and just bask in the sun.
Okay.
And Dave will find a shady spot, and he will fold his legs under him and just try to relax.
With the relaxing sounds of the calliope playing through Dave's leaves.
Absolutely.
Is anybody looking to do anything specific while you're here, or are you looking to just kind of rest and have some nice quiet time?
I think the professor, who has been scribbling in his journal the entire walk back, will kind of fall in stride with Nariko. And he'll, with his hands in his pocket, he kind of walks next to her for a few moments before he just says, so many more questions have come up with the revelation that this void could be seeping out of things. In all the time that you've had your detect magic up, have you noticed any void seeping out of me?
Joe, Arcana check?
Yeah, you can go for an Arcana check.
That is a 21.
At 21, I would say the whole for every time that you've had your detect magic up, which is a pretty regular thing, you're pretty adept at it. You have not detected any void like leaching out of the professor.
Nariko shakes her head. No, which is one of the reasons why, for the while at least, I've been not too worried about the fact that you have that bit of void within you. It seems to be contained. It seems more of these creatures that erupt from mutation. The ones where they don't really have much of a will of their own. They're more like automatons or more beast instinctual kind of creatures. Those ones do seem to kind of leak that essence.
He sighs in relief and he just says, good. I was worried for a moment there that the only way to contain it would be to commit to it. And committing to it is not on my agenda. Thank you.
It would be a lose-lose scenario regardless. You would commit to it, in which case you would fall under its will, and I'm certain its will would have you spread it about as much as you could. So the only difference is whether it would be voluntary. I don't think the analogy to a virus is misplaced.
Yeah, not ideal.
Well, good news. You're just a carrier.
Hey, I'll take the good news where I can. I'll take one symptomatic anyway.
For sure. I am so very tired of these things.
It's certainly come up a lot, and this has taught me anything. It's probably that we need to expect to see it a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep up your studies. The academic observation kind, not the throw out void spells and see what happens kind. The sooner we can find how we can roll back, the better off we'll be.
Agreed. He leaves that as that and goes back to screwing in his journal furiously, as if the pages can't keep up with his writing.
I think
Jade's been-
whenever
Go ahead.
once we've like settled down on our little picnic site, Erica will be taking her rest, but kind of her light activity in the meanwhile. She is going to want to check over this eyepiece that she retrieved and start at least like sketching up some ideas of what could be done with it.
All right. I would say, you have Tinker's tools, right?
Yeah, I do.
So, why don't you give me a check with those?
Okay. Intelligence.
Yes.
Cool. I like how my little what is it from Artisan's Intuition. It's for Arcana check and for any of my artisan tools. I'll take that. That is a 25.
Whew. I'm going to send you something in your private channel.
Oh, I forgot I had this to drink.
Very interesting and also very worrying.
The two best things to have in combination.
Yeah. Joe, time and material cost necessary to make that happen.
You think I'd have that ready? Hold for a moment.
I mean, the material cost would be not too hard, because if it's a crafting kind of thing, it would be the cost of the item halved. Although if you're going off the same magical items, that would be like 1,500.
Yeah, no, there's a different thing I was going to use for that, and I should have written that down, but I didn't. Let's see. Here we go. Actually did have something ready for this. I would say it would take you, because you already have the component there, and with your proficiency in Tinker's tools, cut it down a little bit. It would take you about a day of work and 100 gold pieces for the component, for the remaining components to kind of fashion it and put it into a setting to make it useful.
Gotcha. All right. Marco will start sketching some notes.
As we get to our picnic spot and settle in, Jade's going to be against one of the trees that's there in the shade. It's very nice out. It's peaceful. It's warm. And she's just making sure that she is completely tucked in. She wants to be close to Aura. But now that she's calmed down enough to realize that Aura's not going to disappear on her, she's going to look to Ren and say, Ren, I'm sorry. I got really focused on what was happening with Aura. Are you okay? You look pretty hurt right now.
Ren, who was kind of just, I don't want to say meditating, because he's learned that he doesn't like meditating, but kind of just letting his mind wander, enjoying the cool breeze and the shade and Dave's music, kind of like tilts his head and blinks at her. I am fine. We all were hurt at different times. To be worried about Aura makes sense. She was very much so targeted. I will recover within time.
Okay. Are you sure? I have a little bit of magic left if you want some.
Keep it. We may well need it later. But are you well? You seem to speak in a different tongue. And your words, they were frantic.
I got very concerned over what was happening. Sometimes I
Now?
don't. Well, now I'm better.
It's good. Did you realize you were speaking the language of the underworld?
No, I speak lots of languages. Sometimes I don't realise I've changed one.
I was merely curious.
I was just worried about Aura.
Once again, understandable.
You were fighting all by yourself for a little bit. Are you sure you're okay?
I am annoyed, if anything. Also, I was not by myself. I saw Naruko look over several times ago. He is okay. I am not sure if I agree with her assertion. However, I will be at this time.
Okay. If you're sure.
You feel guilt. Why do you feel guilt?
Everything happened all at once,
Hmm?
and there's only so much attention that can be captured at one point in time, and only so many people you can ever help at once. That's what my Paul says anyway.
You are
And
correct.
oh no, he's right. And you just agreed, but I don't know. I feel like I wish I was able to do more. That's all.
If you were to take a great deal of damage during the battle, and I wasn't able to get to you, would you be mad with me?
No.
No. Show yourself the same compassion you show to others.
I just don't want you to feel like you're not, that I'm not thinking about you two.
We both serve. Serve is perhaps too strong a word for you. But we both follow and embody the abilities of the world beyond. In that way, we parallel each other. I am not worried that you do not think of me. I have faith in myself and our companions that I will be able to make use of this time on this world. And if not, perhaps I will displease my master enough that he will send me right back again.
Do you think you have a master?
I serve Thanatos. He sent me back once before.
Does that make him a master?
It makes him the entity that I serve. Quite pleased to do so.
Oh, so you're happy?
I am happy having a purpose. The longer I am back on this realm, the more I feel my purpose, even if I cannot adequately articulate it. Part of my purpose is to help with this void magic, but a deeper calling, one I believe I've had longer, is to help the transition between life and death, and to maintain, as Yuki describes it, the balance. These individuals of the void do not respect the balance of death and life. And they would also hasten too many to their death. Forgive me, I've gotten us off topic.
No, I want to learn more about you, Ren, and I know you can't really remember things that happened before, but this is good, that you're finding who you are, or at least who you want to be. And, it doesn't have to be one topic that we talk about. We can talk about lots of different topics.
In truth, after the battle and sitting here in the quiet, I feel more myself than I have in some time. I am uncertain if it is the music, or the company, or the environment. But in this very moment, I seem to feel grounded, and I have an appreciation for that.
That's good. Maybe it's a little bit of all of them.
Could very well be.
And you got Dave back, so maybe
Dave is quite comforting.
He was very good in the battle. I think he changed music a couple of different times.
I am still trying to figure out how Dave works. I am uncertain if there's a component of his function that relates to the emotions of those around us. But I do find him a calming presence.
I'm glad you have that.
It is something of my past where, even if I do not remember my past, I'm connected because both past me and present me is quite fond of this.
Well, that's good.
I think so.
I think so too. But if we're ever in a fight again and you need help, would you let me know?
Jade, I have faith that you will know, and you will assist when it is needed. Had I fallen, I have faith that you or one of the others would have come to my aid.
I would have.
As I would have done for any of you.
Honor.
Although Reverie was somewhat difficult.
Sorry, what did you say?
Although Reverie was somewhat difficult to attempt to reach under the docks.
Yeah, there was a couple times that she kept going under, and I thought, oh no, something happened, but then I figured she just swam underneath to get a better hiding spot. But then something actually did happen, and then I kind of stopped paying attention to everything else.
You were concerned about your friend. It is not surprising. That is one of your more admirable traits, how you care for others, especially considering what has happened to you in the past.
What do you mean?
Having such care, kindness, and compassion, despite the fact that the world has treated you with a lack of kindness and compassion, it is quite admirable.
It's not the world's fault what some people did.
No, but not all can forgive as readily as you do.
Well, had a lot of time
That does
to
help.
get better. I don't remember. I guess a couple of us have that in common, yeah?
Indeed.
Don't remember a lot of things.
Regardless, do not feel bad for worrying about your friend, because that is, in essence, what you were doing. And all of us came out of there intact.
We did. We did it, didn't we? We're getting used to this.
I'm uncertain if I wish to use those phrases.
Better at it then?
Perhaps.
That was
We're
still
becoming
pretty.
more resilient in many ways.
Yeah. I think we're starting to find ourselves going up against people who are a lot more proficient in their magic than the first ones were.
Well, it would seem we will have to also grow in our talents and abilities.
I think so. I hope we get some time to just practice a bit. I think we're going to need that.
It would help, but time is the luxury that is not afforded to many.
That's true. But we don't know what tomorrow brings, yeah?
Indeed not. Who would have thought that going to investigate a ghost ship would be so harrowing? I was looking forward to a rather atmospheric stroll.
We have an atmospheric park. Give an atmospheric sip. And we did kind of think that maybe the boat would have something strange about it, because it was a strange boat, and every time we come across something strange, those people have shown up or have been attached to it in some way.
That does seem to be our fortune.
You said that you think your purpose is to be here to help with the void and to preserve the balance.
In part, yes.
What do you think the purpose of them creating, or I guess not even creating, because that was all temerity, of making these clones of hers wake up and run about? They're not temerity.
No.
So what? You
I
said
would say they wanted some sort of powerful entity on their side, and they've certainly achieved that.
maybe.
How they were able to bend her to their will is my question. But it seems that the void's corruption is doing much of that.
Still brings point in question though. Who are they? I know the professor thinks that maybe it's just void magic given life, but I think they're people.
People are very easily corrupted, as we well know.
True, but if they were supposed to be clones for Temerity's use, if something bad happened to her and her soul was supposed to go into one of them, whose souls are in these bodies now?
That's a fair question, and one I do not have the answer to.
Maybe it's something we need to look into.
It would perhaps be a question for Reverie, but I am uncertain if she is prepared to deal with such things at this moment.
It's over now.
Unfortunately, that type of magic is not within my purview.
Well, maybe it's something we can get some more information on, because if we knew how they were waking them up, then maybe we can know how to stop them.
Indeed, but let's make sure we are guarded with that information.
Okay.
Not have us expose our group to any additional scrutiny or danger.
I don't know that we're really going to be able to get out of too much danger. But less attention, good idea. Considering how many people already know what we're looking at. And we got a really angry professor who's angry at the professor. And he was not too happy about all that, was he?
No, if we can avoid having academia turn its look on reverie, that would be my preference at this point. Keeping them distracted with the professor should do well enough for that. He is, of course, certainly quite distracting. It's one of his talents.
He is very distracting. But it's not a bad thing.
I merely wish he would think more before engaging in various behaviors.
I think up until this point, he hasn't really come across a behaviour that didn't merit being a little bit dangerous with it. The only one who was potentially getting harmed was himself. He got really scared when he realised that it might hurt someone else.
Yes, I realize that.
I think he'll be more careful now.
I certainly hope so. It will
And
become
we-
troublesome if I have to keep retrieving him.
But you'll still retrieve him, won't you?
Of course.
That's what friends do.
I will just complain more about it.
I think your complaints will be in order.
Hmm.
And I'll just chit-chat a little bit about the professor's distractedness.
As the chit chat goes on, it comes close to noon. The clock tower, or well, not really clock tower, but the
giant floating head that announces the time.
sure announces the coming of noon, and as it does, there are some little humanoid beings that kind of filter out into the quad. Some other students have started to kind of join you in their own little clumps and groups. Several of these little funny looking beings come out and they start to approach each group. They look a little bit like this. And they kind of approach you guys, and in a happy, jolly, little cheery voice, you hear it say, "Good afternoon. It is noon time. Are you hungry? Would you like some lunch? I could bring you something from the cafeteria if you like. Today's special is a pulled chicken sandwich with an apple for a side, and you get a fresh squeezed lemonade for 1 silver piece a person."
Yes.
Joe, do I remember the Oompa Loompas?
No, this
That's
is a new,
standard.
this is a new edition.
Okay. Detect magic up. What is this? Are these like unseen servants but seen?
Yes,
Are
yeah,
these-
very,
I
very
must know. I am immediately enthralled.
yes, very much along those lines. They are magical constructs. It's like a visible unseen servant, basically.
Brandon's
Uh,
gonna sniff at. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nariko is impressed that they. I guess this is like unseen servant upcast to level 2, where they're seen and they can talk, and that's pretty rad. Nariko definitely wants lunch. She'll pony up a silver for that.
Brandon's gonna sniff at the thing and say, "I would like 2 apples."
Certainly, sir, I could do that for you. Would you still like your sandwich and your drink?
Yes. And Ren will also give him a silver.
Very well.
Not sure what this thing is, but hey, he said he could get an apple, and you know what? We like apples.
It's racist.
It was so fun. Hello.
Yuki, you were
Jade
gonna.
definitely gonna try to talk to them. So she's doing that off in the distance while you guys are talking.
The professor will pony up 3 silver. He just kind of leans in close. He's like, I think you know what to do with that.
Does this mean you would like 3 servings of lunch?
Do I look like the type of person that would eat 1 all on my
You would
own
really.
and pay for 3?
I am entirely unsure, as that is beyond my programming.
Oh, programming, that's nice. The answer is no, it's all for me. Actually, you know what? And he pulls out a 4th. He's like, better make it 4.
4 portions. In course.
You would actually like 5, but he is showing restraint.
I don't want to be a pig.
You would require a transmutation spell for that.
Yuki will gesture to one of these little guys, hand him a silver, say, might I also get some hot water?
Indeed.
Thank you.
So these little magical constructs will go around and collect whatever it is you guys like. They'll take your silver, go off, and a few moments later, lunch is served exactly as ordered.
I like them. Where do I get one?
Ren is going to spend his time after he eats his meal trying to steal an apple off the professor.
Don't you dare, he says, like in between bites. You got your own.
You have 4,
I paid for 4. You could have paid for 4.
but you have 4.
He, like, looks at Ren. Poofs, and then eats one after another whole until there's none left.
That was unnecessary.
Spiteful apple eating.
Yeah, it was.
Right, you can have my apple.
Ren's eyes brighten noticeably. Thank you, Jade. You are very kind. He kind of like glares over the professor and munches on his apple.
And Jade will give her apple over to Ren.
Happy Ren noises.
Yuki, what kind of tea are you making? I assume you're making tea with that hot water.
She is making tea. I think if May gets off my fucking paper. What kind of tea are we making? I think we're just gonna make just a generic catnip and chamomile. I think we're just gonna chill out a little bit. No special magic-y stuff. Just a nice little cuppa.
Nice little cuppa.
Nice little cuppa to calm down after all the excitement.
Very nice. Lunch is served, apples are had, tea is made. Like I said, you guys will, at the very least, get a short rest here as you are relaxing in the comfortable early afternoon sun. A little bit of cloud cover in the sky to give you a little bit of shade once in a while as they blow by. Cool breeze coming off the water. Sun feels warm and vitalizing on your skin. What's next for the gang?
I think after a short rest and lunch, Jade's just going to try to check in with everybody as a group. Just so, we've been sitting here for a little bit and resting a little bit. How is everyone doing after all that?
I would say mentally a good bit refreshed. If we were of a mind to tackle that secret lab in the sewers, I would need a good few hours to get my magical resources back in order. And also, she looks over at her suitcase where like a single robot arm is like slumped out. Perform some repairs as well. If we were going to hold off on that until tomorrow, then I don't really know what else we would get up to today, but I'd be fine for doing so.
I have a foolish suggestion that may not be well liked.
What's that, friend?
We are going into the sewers. It does not matter if it is day or night because it will be dark down there regardless.
That's
Honestly,
I kind of had the same thought, which is, and I'd say she looks up at this guy. If I had until about just a bit before dinner time, I'd probably be back at 100%, and then we could conduct our expedition.
truthfully, with our curious group and Ren gives a meaningful look at the fox-faced professor, it might be wise if we wait until dark to enter something like the sewers regardless. We do draw quite a bit of attention.
a good point.
What?
Well, I
You
mean,
have apple on your chin.
That's where I keep it.
this, okay. But there's also 6 of us, and, I've got this big hat, and, Ren has horns, and Noriku's got a gun. It tends to draw attention.
What?
And Yuki's a pretty cat person.
Yuki is purring.
What are we hoping to find down there? I know we've kind of talked about it a little bit, and we're going to go try and find information about what she might have had and what she might have uncovered. But after today, after what we saw,
Perhaps we will gain answers to your questions. How the various clones could be summoned and brought forth.
yeah, there's got to be something, right?
That would seem logical.
There may also be a lead as to where she has gone. Don't forget, we are still in the employ. She arches an eyebrow at that. Doesn't really sound right, but she's gonna go with it. Say, of Queen Lorelei. We do
Right,
still need to
actually,
find
we've
her.
already- What if we find her and she's actually all taken over by this void nonsense?
We report to the Fey Queen and let her deal with it.
We subdue her for her own safety and for everyone else, and yeah, get her to the best person we know who could possibly help.
How are we supposed to do that again? We just call her with the magic rose?
Mm-hmm.
Who's got that?
Naraka waves a hand.
Okay. I doubt like our odds of finding her in a good headspace. If what we've seen so far is any indication.
No, not likely at all. But
Yeah.
what we've dealt with so far has prepared us to face that challenge, I have to think.
Do you think so? Isn't she supposed to be super, really crazy powerful? Like, magic wizard, like a wizard like you read in the storybooks, like a tower with lightning and stuff.
Perhaps. But that wouldn't make her invincible. For example, if you manage to snatch away a wizard's spellbook and their implements for casting, options that they have to rely on decrease dramatically. And if they're not, as you say, in the right headspace, they may not really have full command of their usual complement of abilities. There's a lot. That,
I'm not trying to borrow trouble or anything, it's just I'm losing the idea that maybe we're going to find her just the way that you remembered her.
I never really put much stock in that since the moment we first ran into that first lookalike. All I know is, so far, when the Void has been sending its agents at us, specifically, they've had a nasty habit of underestimating us. I intend to keep that record going.
Yeah, Ren and I were talking earlier about maybe trying to learn some things for the time we have in between all this. Maybe that would be helpful. Or how are you feeling about all this? What do you think?
I don't know what to think right now.
Well, there's been a lot that's happened. But I think we can at least safely say that they really want you with them and they're willing to kidnap you to do that. So, got to keep on our toes with that, yeah? So, obviously, really want you there. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to scare you.
I know. Talking about it isn't the scary part.
Thinking about it?
She nods.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Other than what we're currently doing, I don't know.
Do you want to be roommates again? So that you're not, sleeping alone? That make you feel better?
I mean, if they're not gonna stay with Nariko, sure.
I mean, we can just have a big sleepover. But I'm awake, so I can sit with you, window and the door, and make sure that nothing comes in the room.
I'd appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah, we won't let anything happen to you. Or So, I mean, I guess if thinking about things is scary right now, and there's really nothing we can do to change anything, what should we do with the rest of our day if we're gonna wait until this evening to go down into the creepy, dark, gross sewers?
Nep, Ren says with complete confidence and leans his head against the tree.
Oh, yeah, I can watch you all sleep. And then you'll all be safe here in the outdoors, in the open, underneath the tree. Maybe we should go inside if we're going to sleep.
It is too late for Yuki.
Oh. I can carry it.
No, Yuki's awake. She's having her tea. She's just listening to the conversation.
Oh, I thought she was sleeping in that sun spot. I was like, no, Kitty, no move.
Oh yeah, I thought you made your tea and then went to sleep.
No, she did. She was sleeping before the guy came with lunch, and then she had lunch and made her tea, and now she's just kind of sitting listening to the conversation.
Oh, I apologize. I thought when you said that she was purring again, I thought she had fallen asleep after lunch.
No, no, not that. That would be totally on brand, but no, she's still awake.
Yuki, do you want to go inside? Or do you want to stay outside? I can carry you inside if you don't want to get up.
Yuki, again, purring. She's super happy. She's kind of high. Hence catnip. She kind of...
medicinal weed.
Yeah, yep.
Listen, she found the balance.
She did. Find the balance through nip. She'll just kind of, look at Jade and say, well... It is very nice out here. It's nice to just sit in the sunshine and be in peace for a moment. But I understand the need to go inside and be safe.
And if you want to stay outside, it's okay. We can just say, everyone get a little bit closer so I can see all of you. And I'll just make sure I watch you while you're sleeping. It's not weird. It's not a weird watching you while you sleep thing. I'll just watch you while you sleep, but in a not weird way.
You said the same thing twice and made it sound more weird.
I'm sorry. I was trying to explain why it wasn't weird, and then I guess the over explanation of it made it even weirder. I apologize. It's just watching you sleep.
I think that in our commitment of facing against these cultists of the void, the little victory I choose to claim for myself today is it's a lovely day out, and I am going to sit here and enjoy it. And if they think that they can just come up and start another fight, then we'll just beat them again. I'm not going to let it bother me. This is my day. It's our day. They can't take that from us.
Yeah. We got a ship today. Our own ship. Brand new. Gently used ship. We can paint it. We can put little race stripes colours on it. We can change it to blue. I think a blue colour would be nice. Or green. And Jade's going to talk about decorating the ship. She's just talking. If anyone listens to her, that's great. But she's just going to keep talking.
That's good. Jade talking is self-soothing. Let that do what it do.
Yuki's high as fuck, so she's just gonna sit and blink and listen to you, not really absorbing anything you say, just kind of sitting, purring in the sunshine, just listening to her friend kind of ramble on about paint and pinstripes and colors and decorations, and she's just gonna enjoy the peace in the moment for once.
Oh, to the sound of calliope music.
Long rest time.
All right.
Do we get a long rest?
Yeah, nobody's going to come to bother you. Naruko and Professor, you would know that where you're at is probably the safest place in the city right now. You're surrounded by a school of people who know high-level magics. If anything were to come and attack, this would probably be the first point of shelter for them. So it's nice, peaceful. The pleasant weather continues throughout the day, so you are able to kind of sit here and relax and hang out. Whatever else you guys choose to do, as long as it's not too strenuous. 7K up. Yeah, so you're able to just kind of hang out here, get your long rest. If you do wish to do that, then it'll be about 6 in the evening by the time... No, 7. Yeah, it'll be about 7 in the evening by the time you guys will have completed your long rest. Hit points will be restored, abilities restored, temporary hit points do go away at the end of the long rest.
Gonna grab my trusty screwdriver and get Arby's head reattached.
Oh, I can take my bless off now.
Yeah, it's long past a minute.
Yeah. It's been a couple minutes for sure.
Just a few.
It's been 8 hours worth of minutes.
525,000.
There is a point where Jade just starts counting during this long rest period. See how far she gets. I think while Naruko is fixing Arby, Jade's also going to check in with the professor. And just scooch in a little closer to him while everybody's starting to get up and stretch their legs again. Professor.
Hello there.
Hi. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. He looks down at his paper and over his pen, and then he looks up at Jade, looks down at his pen, and then caps his pen, puts it down, and then gives her his full attention.
I didn't mean to interrupt you if you were trying to write things.
No, it's all right. I've been writing for quite a few hours. He kind of shakes his right hand a little bit and flexes his fist a bit. Like, it's getting a little stiff there, anyways. What can I help you with? I'm okay. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm a little bit better now. I sang a bunch of songs and counted a lot of leaves, and yeah, I'm a little bit better.
Good.
I know you were worried about being around all the void things, so I just wanted to check in on you and make sure that you were okay with what happened. And we didn't get to talk to the fake Reverie about anything because we killed her because she was being very mean and destructive.
He turns his eyes up towards the sky and kind of works his mouth a little bit. And he says, if I thought that there was going to be an opportunity to have a meaningful discussion with her, I wouldn't have set my missiles upon her.
That was a really good spell. That's good magic.
Does the trick. I'm getting really good at identifying which spells are still effective, given my state, if you will.
Well, that's good. Is there anything I can do to help? I don't know. You've been writing a lot, and you're by yourself a lot, and I just, I want to be there for you because you're my friend, and I'm not sure the best way to go about that for you, and I just want to make sure that you know that no matter what happens, you're still our friend.
He smiles and nods, turns his face back down to the book in his lap, and smiles, and he just says, "Thank you, Jade. I appreciate that. Today's been a day of learning. A lot of things, a lot of lessons learned, and not necessarily good ones, but lessons learned and things that we take away from it are always a positive thing."
What lessons?
Well, until now, I've been going about this whole thing from a perspective of I can handle things for myself and deal with the repercussions of my own actions. But it became very real that that's not what we're dealing with. We're not dealing with something that I can just work on my own. And it's not even that's a dangerous thing. You should have someone there to heal you. It's as we learned, a thing that is going to impact all of us. Mm-hmm. So I think that I can no longer experiment by performing these spells. That being said, I really kind of believe that I've learned all I could from that one single spell anyways. I learned that I can't wish it away. I can't just burn the paper away. I can't just say, you know what, this is too dangerous. I can't do this anymore. I'm in it, and there's no escaping it. And so there's nothing else for me to do but to continue on. Would have been a lot easier, even if I didn't want to walk away, but knowing that I had the ability to, if I wanted to, was a comforting feeling, but I don't really feel like that's an option anymore.
It's always better to have a choice. When you start losing your options, it starts getting a little upsetting.
Even upsetting, yes. But I can manage upsetting. But what I can't manage is taking away those options for you and the rest of us. What happened today put you and the rest of us in a place where those options are starting. Even if they haven't disappeared yet, but it's opened a door to eliminating those options against your will. That's not fair.
You didn't know.
Well, what's the old saying? The path to Avernus is paved with good intentions.
You're not wrong.
I do really still believe that the way forward on this is learning and finding a way to heal it. I really despise the idea that maybe Master Arenaris was right and that this thing should be squashed and every trace of it eliminated, because there are people, innocent people, good people who have been impacted by this. And if we're to believe that the corrupting nature also impacts the mind, those cultists could very well have been victims in their own right. So I really firmly believe that there has to be, I have to believe that there's a way to cure it, to purify it, to purge it, whatever it might be. Not for myself, then for everybody else who's been touched by this thing, because if we can't stop it, if something doesn't stop it, it will spread. It will continue to spread until it touches everyone, everything.
I hope you got quiet again. Just that last sentence.
I hate this kid. I have to believe that there's a way to purify this, to purge it, to heal it, to cure it, because if this doesn't get stopped, if we don't stop it, then it's going to grow and it's going to continue to spread and it's going to impact everyone and everything of this world. And I hate to think that the only way to stop it is to kill everything that's been touched by it.
I don't like that idea either. And I agree. There's got to be a way. Maybe before they just didn't have the time. Maybe before it escalated so quickly and spread so far and corrupted so much that they didn't have any other choices. But once you make that choice, there's no other choices that can be made. Once something's been removed, you can't usually bring it back.
Well, I guess we're hoping for a miracle here.
Well, maybe we're just hoping that someone like you cares enough to take the time to figure it out.
He smiles and he just says, on one end of the spectrum, these cultists, the void wielders, are very dangerous, and everyone should have a reason to fear that. But I'm starting to think that perhaps on the opposite side of that spectrum, that there's equal danger. I really just can't shake what Master Aranara said, in that he believes that all aspects of the void needs to be squashed. That's dangerous. As this thing spreads and touches more and more people, it's that kind of mentality that's going to hurt more than it heals. And we can't have that. I can't have that.
I understand.
Sure. Whatever happens, whatever we do, let's figure this thing out.
We're going to try, at the very least.
I once knew someone who always said either you do or you don't. There is no try. We will do this.
Well, don't you have to try first before you know if you do or don't?
Well, walking into a situation with the intent to try is walking into a situation with the expectation to fail.
I think it's just knowing that you might fail, but doing it anyway. That's what trying's all about. Because what if we do? I mean, if we go into it and we can't fix it right away, we still need to keep trying. You've got to try something else, try something different.
Certainly. I think it's just more of a mindset sort of thing.
Oh, like I will do this kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, at least for myself, if I go into a situation and think I'm going to try my best, that still affords me the opportunity to say, you know what, I tried, didn't work, so maybe I don't need to try anymore.
Oh, I see. So you kind of give yourself like an excuse to stop trying.
Yeah.
I always thought a bit more like, okay, I've tried this, it didn't work, let's try it a different way, and you try something different.
I guess that's essentially what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to help you try to heal it, Professor. We're not doing a great job of it yet, but it's mostly because people keep trying to kill us.
Well, since we're not wielding it ourselves anymore and learning what we can that way, and we're not exactly getting a chance to have a discussion with people, coming up against it and when it's being wielded against us is really the only opportunity to learn about it.
Yeah, it's true.
So I guess the best thing that we can do is continue doing that, focus on not dying.
I feels a little I don't know. If we're just focusing on waiting for them to attack us with it, it's not super helpful trying to fix them, you know? Maybe, but like, we're going down to the sewers. Maybe Temerity will have more information that we just don't have.
Well, that's the anyway. Must say that I was pretty disappointed that the fake reverie didn't have one of those pieces of papers that said, "Oh, here's the next thing we're working on, or here's the thing we're chasing, or here's where we're going to be sending more people to." It's starting to really feel like that was going to be the case for all of them.
Maybe she was a little better prepared, knowing what we've done.
I don't like enemies who prepare. You know, I don't really like enemies at all, really. So,
Yeah, it's not the best thing.
hasn't been my favorite. And you know,
Well, I would not recommend.
if I could find another way to do all this learning and researching and experimenting without nearly coming to an untimely end for any of us, I would do it. I really wasn't built for combat. Really kind of, in fact, I wasn't really built to be a wizard. This is all on the fly, and it's kind of exhausting.
You're doing a really great job of not dying.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, for 250 years, not dying has kind of been my thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's more than most people get, unless
Yeah.
you're an elf or a demon or a devil or a god or a. There's a lot of things that last a long time, but not everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the approach has always been not getting into situations where you might die, so that has shifted a little bit. So let's see how it goes.
Well, I mean, for your first time trying things that might kill you, you're doing a really good job. And I'm about to ask you probably a really stupid question because I'm sure you've already thought about it, but have you tried asking Jeffrey?
About.
I mean, if you want to learn more about the void without being in danger of someone trying to kill you with it, Jeffrey, is it? You said Jeffrey's from there. He's told you some things. I know he can't actually talk, but he's able to show you stuff. Can't you ask Jeffrey to show you things? Maybe he knows how to do things. And we just haven't asked him the right questions yet.
He hesitates and kind of casts his gaze down to his breast pocket where he's got Jeffrey's Pokeball. And he's like, Jeffrey communicates in an interesting way through feelings and emotions, and yeah, sometimes he can show me things, but for the most part, he's really sort of, the best I can describe him is like a child, a small child, a toddler, really. I don't know if you have much experience with children, but you can ask them all kinds of questions, and even if they've seen a thing, their perspective on a thing is skewed quite entirely, but it's not a bad idea. Just
It might be a way to at least get some more information than we already have in a safe way. Because I mean, Jeffrey doesn't hurt you, and I mean he already exists here, and we know he's not ripping holes in the void or anything, trying to bring stuff out. So maybe we can't learn how do we defend against this spell type of thing, because magic from a place can be used in a lot of different ways, and it translates differently when you're doing that sort of thing. But maybe he can at least just give us more than what we think we know, because he's literally from there.
yeah, it's
And not for nothing, but I haven't seen anyone else that we fought with a Jeffrey. So we've got 2 things that they don't have. 3 things, really. We've got Jeffrey, and we've got Aura, and we've got Alatar. 3 things that these void people seem to really want their hands on, at least Aura and Alatar especially, but we don't know if they know about Jeffrey yet, and I mean, it doesn't seem like they have the kind of access that you do in a way that doesn't try to change into a weird helmeted crow thing and kill you.
He hesitates for a moment and then makes a purposeful decision to shift the discussion away from Jeffrey, and he just kind of says, I don't think they're really looking for a way to figure things out without submitting. I think the ship sailed on that for them. It seems to me that all the people that we've run into who are wielding this power are people who have submitted to it, people who have given their entire selves to this power so they can wield it safely. And
I mean, yeah, sure, but doesn't having a familiar usually make you more powerful?
depends on the familiar. I mean, if I were to, say, do what Rocamera had said, to submit and take on a role with her god, maybe I could have become a warlock. Warlocks have really powerful familiars. I'm sure if I had the full power of the void at my back, Jeffrey would be very powerful. But I mean, current state, Jeffrey's really good at eating table scraps.
Well, I mean, you said he's like a child, right? He's probably got to learn things.
Jade, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
After everything that happened today, after
Yeah.
that door opened for you, you still trust Jeffrey? After
Jeffrey didn't do anything.
he's just a walking memento from the void. He's a piece of the void made flesh. At least that's kind of how it feels right now.
Right, but like you said, can't all be something that needs destroyed, right? There's got to be a balance to it. If something like the void can make something like Jeffrey, then that means that maybe something like the void that's corrupting people can also save people. Jeffrey's never hurt anybody. And he's had a lot of opportunity, if you think about it. I mean, how many times did you fall asleep in your room with Jeffrey there?
You're right.
If he was something that the void was controlling and corrupting, then wouldn't he be corrupting what things that he touches? Or leaking magic like those crow things were? Or trying to get you to do things you didn't want to do? But he doesn't seem to be doing that. I mean, I guess I don't know if he's been trying to tempt you with anything because he doesn't really talk, but he's always seemed to be really helpful. And today he seemed really scared and hurt. He didn't do anything. You know, it's not his fault he's here. But he is here now, and if he's gonna be here, then maybe we need to find out a way to make the void something better. Or maybe Jeffrey's part of the way we can do that.
Yeah.
He got hurt today just like everyone else did. I think maybe even more.
You're right. You know, I think that the fear of the unknown is really And there's not a lot that I think about with great detail that would make sense.
You got quiet again.
How about now?
You're good.
All of my microphones hate me.
Welcome to my life.
Oh my god. You know, this is really arrogant, but when I really focus in on something that I don't know, it doesn't remain something that I don't know for very long. And this is frustrating that I know barely more than I did the day that we learned of its existence. I think a fear of the unknown is really etching away at my cognitive thinking. You're right. You're absolutely right. Jeffrey doesn't deserve. You're right. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out the crystal and he summons Jeffrey back out.
We all get scared sometimes, Professor, but you also got to give yourself a little bit of time. We've really only even known about any of the... Oh, hey, Jeffrey. But we've only known about this for 11 days.
Longest 11 days of my life.
Maybe this one is just one of those types of problems that's just going to take a bit to really figure out. But once you do, and I know you will, because we're all going to help you, but once you figure it out, it's not just you'll now understand something, it's we're all going to understand something because of what you did, and we're going to make the world a better place because of it. We're going to help so many people because you're going to figure out how to free them from the void that doesn't involve taking every other option away from them, and it's going to change lives. Sometimes things like that just take a bit more time than 11 days gives you.
You know, if I really master this chronogy thing, I'm going to figure out a way to go back in time and make it go quicker.
Well, if you figure that out, let us know, and we'll say hi to you in all the different iterations of the timeline.
He snickers and he looks to Jeffrey with like an apologetic smile, and he doesn't say anything, but he'll like mentally express a sincere apology to Jeffrey for putting him in the crystal and doubting him.
See, Jeffrey just kind of hovers there, kind of on the ground. He just kind of looks up at you. And he doesn't seem his usual energetic self, but he just kind of hovers there, bobbing up and down above, just shortly above the ground. And he just seems silent. While this is going on, we're close to 11 o'clock, but if you guys wouldn't mind bearing with me for just a few minutes, there are a couple of things I'd like to do before we break for the evening. First, Yuki. As you get up,
Shit.
after your long rest, you get up, you stretch your legs, and you give yourself a good stretch. Good kitty cat stretch in the sun. You feel a tingle up your spine, and not in the usual way.
Okay.
You feel something within you has changed. A little bit. Not drastically,
Okay.
but a little bit.
Alright.
Yuki, I would like you to refresh your character sheet.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
check the first item in your inventory.
I don't like this. Oh no. Okay.
I had to create a custom item for this to work.
Okay.
and it's not perfect, but it'll do.
Okay.
You will also notice that you have access to a spellcasting feature if you look at your spell list.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
You become aware this is something that you can use.
I think gaining that knowledge and kind of feeling that, just sitting within herself, knowing herself and her key as she does. She's absolutely freaked out. She is not going to say anything. Right now, she's just gonna sit with it a little bit. Everybody had a big day. We're going down the sewers. She's just gonna sit with it and just time and place, balance, time and place. We will find the balance of when to talk about this.
Meanwhile, Ren, I would like to know, after you complete your long rest, what is Ren's usual ritual or method or whatever Ren chooses to do after a long rest to prepare spells?
Then we'll just reflect and try to evaluate what he thinks he might need for the day. And okay, honestly, he's a creature of habit. He doesn't usually change his spells. Suzanne doesn't remember to change spells. We don't change spells.
Thorn Whip is Thorn Whip for a reason.
Yeah, Thorn Whip is
Also
always
cantrip.
there.
It's also
Yeah,
cantrip.
it's cantrips, but still.
So, as you are completing your long rest and you're in this reflective state, you kind of meditate on whatever it is ahead of you, whatever was behind you, whatever is currently on your mind. You have a vision of a hand holding a scythe, reaching out to you and extending, still holding onto the scythe, but extending a single finger, pointer finger, kind of touching you in the middle of your skull, like above the nose. And you feel a chill. You take, even though I don't think you require air, you find yourself taking a breath in. And your point of corruption, Bren, has been removed.
Oh! Well, shit. Ren blinks a few seconds, and he says, quite quietly, but still reverently, praise the Thanatos. I am not yet done with my work.
The arm swivels and points off to the side in one direction as you turn your head, as your gaze follows the direction in which this finger is pointing. You see a vision of the professor. Your point of view is from behind him. He is kind of bending down, squatting over. He's rummaging through a bunch of papers, pages. You find yourself around you. You see that you're in an old library of sorts. There are wooden bookshelves that are damaged, broken, cracked, dry rotted all to hell. Books kind of strewn all about in all sorts of various states of decay, but what the professor is huddled in front of is kind of like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's one of those like lattice style kind of shelves that hold paper scrolls.
Okay.
And you see that he pulls one out that appears to be in very good condition. He unrolls it. And you see him get frustrated, he starts shaking his head. You realize he can't read it. But the symbols on this page start to kind of turn and swirl in your vision. And while you yourself can't seem to read it as you're looking over his shoulder, you feel like this is something you can make sense of. What does Ren
Am I?
think or do in this moment?
First, I'm trying to figure out, is this past or present or future?
Well, the world around you is in kind of a sepia tone, so clearly it's in the past.
Okay, cool. That's okay. No, I didn't know what the rules were, okay? Alright, cool. So we're in the past. Ren will sit there and he will frown and try to take in as many details of the scene as he can, and he will try to figure out what's going on with that little scroll.
It is a dusty old room. There is sand everywhere. You can feel the environment around you is hot and dry. You can hear the professor just muttering to himself, and obviously he's frustrated as the professor does when he can't figure something out that's right in front of him right away. Other than that, the environment around you is quiet. There's not really any noise. Definitely no other creatures down here. After a few moments, you see the professor tuck this piece of paper into his sack. He stands up, but he turns. He faces you. He looks exactly as he does now. Doesn't look any different. He walks forward and walks through you, exiting the room. And the vision ends, and you are back in the quad.
Ren will immediately turn to the professor. A scroll, a dark place, a library in the desert. Does this mean something to you?
Does it?
That's where you got your scroll from.
He kind of furrows his brows and kind of tips his head to the side and keeps his eyes side eye on her and him, and he says, I found my scroll in such a place. Yes. What? Were you there? I don't remember seeing you. I would think I would remember seeing you.
You walked right through me, Ren says as he holds out his hands. I have been granted a vision. Permit me to see the scroll.
He high fives her hands, like his hands, and he's like, yes, gotcha. And then he.
No, Professor.
I told you I was going to get one day.
The scroll.
He hands it to her, puts it in him. Fuck. Sorry. he hands it to him and puts it in his hands and says, careful, it's old and dusty. But you knew that. You were there. I walked right through you.
It was quite rude.
That does sound rude. I'm rude. I'm not that rude. I'm sorry.
You take the scroll, open it up, take a look at it. Again, it is in a language that you cannot read. But if you could read it, feels like you can do something with this.
Yeah, man, Ren's third eye just opened up. He's like, okay, I think there's something here of value. Would you permit me to hold on to this?
Like forever.
Forever is a very long time.
All right. You can, you just free up space in my coat pocket. That's fine. That's fine. But don't, it's still mine. We could share it.
Of course. Just like the apples.
Not like the apples, those were mine. This is mine, but I'm permitting you to share it with me. The apples were not permitted to go in your mouth. They're mine.
You will share future apples with me, he says, tucking the scroll away.
And the professor leans in and he says, the professor doesn't share food.
I carry food for you. It is kindness and appropriate of besties.
I will help you get your own food.
And with that, we'll leave off for the evening.
Oh my god. We leave off with Yuki getting something. And Ren getting their god to be like, yeah, no, I got you.
Your god's a better god than my god. I'm going to forsake my god and choose something else.
Papa is always an option. He's great.
Oh boy, man, you guys really pulled it out of that combat. That was awesome.
Yeah. I was so very concerned so many times.
Yeah. I really thought I was gonna kill Aura.
Joe wouldn't let you
Ain't
kill
dead
her.
yet.
I
Ah,
was like, well,
Joe would have had to roll max on the 3d6. So.
I-
yeah. That's why
I
I didn't
also
roll
had a
Tempt those
very
dice.
fucky thing to try to do if Aura were falling and something, and
Mhm.
probably could have gotten away with it.
nominations.
There's a lot of good shit.
God damn,
A lot of
everything was
good
so good
shit.
tonight. Chronal shift from the professor again.
Hell
That was
yeah.
good.
Like Jesus
That was
Christ.
clutch. Yuki
Legit.
and all of her nat 20s.
Yeah, Yuki's. That was gonna be your next one. Yuki's all those nat 20s. The amazing stuff from Ren, just like
Mm-hmm.
keeping up,
Mm-hmm.
like, and then keeping that one occupied so that it didn't like be a complete mess on the battlefield, and then having Ren's moments of like, I need to be further away, and just like scooting back to do it. That
Yeah.
was great. Narako continuing to like just tank, even though she is not at all a tank, but making sure that she was focusing fire to like
Mhm.
take down the bad guys.
Agree.
Yuki keeping Reverie from getting taken because
Yep.
like that was huge.
You're not taking my friend. Absolutely not. I'll drop her from 30 feet and kill her before you take her.
We'll have her dead first.
You're not taking her, parentheses, alive.
Alive.
Another one of Ben's characters dying to fall damage.
That would be the
feel like
first
there's a
character
lesson.
Joe has outright killed, except for Lorelai for a brief moment.
Yeah, but he was really
Look.
looking forward to killing Lorelai for that moment.
Everyone was looking forward to killing Lorelai. Are you kidding me?
Oh my
I
god.
wasn't. Stephanie was sad.
I know, I get it. Look, Steffi brought her back. She had the satisfaction of knowing she saved her.
Jade
Steffi does.
pushing through her fucking panic attack to get to
Mm.
Aura.
Yup.
Like,
To be fair, as soon as Aura went down, I didn't even roll for panic attack. It just happened, and that was all she could focus on anymore.
yeah.
So,
Valid.
but I did fight through the panic attack prior to that because she had she convinced herself she just swam underneath the dock. She didn't die. She's fine. She just swam away. She swam away. It's fine. She swam away.
Totally fine.
Just
I did see her swim away. I'm not going to jump to the worst conclusion. And oh, nope. Now my worst thing has happened. And now I'm going to freak the fuck out.
For the record, I think I only rolled like an 8 on that fall damage.
Yeah. Good.
Thank goodness. Good.
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 Good. Only one failed death save for that. I can fix that. A couple different ways.
There were so like those helmed horrors, man, they're fucking nasty. But
Yeah.
I wasn't terribly concerned because you guys always managed to pull through with these things. There were a couple other monsters that I was looking at for this encounter, but I was like, they have stuff that you just can't counter at this level. So I'm like, I'm not going to use these.
Mm.
So, but I had
Joe
fun,
is a
I had
very
fun
kind
rolling that.
DM.
No,
Oh,
it's,
for sure.
I think that's more out of fairness than it is anything else.
I mean, he could just have us level up. I mean, that would.
It's coming soon. I'll tell you that. It's coming soon.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah, so awards. I think I really like man, I really like Yuki continuing to get at it.
Yeah.
I really liked
Mhm.
I really liked Ren just running interference all over the place. Like the one thing that Ren did that I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even think about it," was at one point Reverie had moved far enough away that she knew she would not have been able to get attacked by the spiritual weapon, which I don't know why I can't Eclipse. We're not being able to get attacked by Eclipse, but the Thorn Whip pulled her back into Eclipse's range, which was
Oh, yeah.
good. I mean, Ren was running all sorts of interference, which was
Ren was doing work tonight.
yeah.
Ren got
I was just
game.
trying not to die, okay? Don't ever think I have actually a plot or a plan. This is just me trying to stay up.
Well, you made some
Look.
pretty damn good decisions.
You
With
don't have to
it.
have a plot or a plan to be awesome and badass.
Yay,
It's
random!
almost like the closer we get to death, the greater the powers of our death cleric become.
Yeah,
Pretty
that,
much.
that sounds
Exactly.
about right, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
So funny.
I think I'm leaning towards Ren and Yuki for awards tonight.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you.
Thanks.
I just picture like Ren and Professor talking about like this scroll. Meanwhile, Yuki's in the background, like rocking back and forth and like breathing in and out of a paper bag.
If she's obviously having a panic attack, Jade
Yeah.
will be there for her.
She's
Got
like, I'm
all the
fine. I'm
hackles
fine.
up.
Or she keeping
Everything's
it.
fine.
Oh,
She's like,
advantage
nope,
on
nope.
saves.
Everything's fine. No, nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. Nope. We're just gonna, we'll have a talk later with the professor. It's fine. No, it's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's great. Let's go to the sewers. It's great. Let's go.
Yeah, because I'm
Great.
not immediately gonna give people some. Well, are you sure?
It's great. It's good. It's great.
Huh. So what did we learn today?
The true meaning of Christmas.
Fuck those crow creatures.
True meaning of friendship.
Fuck those crow creatures.
Fuck those crow creatures.
Oh, they were so badass.
God, they were very cool and very terrifying.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
suck.
no.
I want you all to know that my brand new dice that I picked up whilst at Fan Expo were rolling so well right until I had to actually hit something, and then it would not roll. And then the next roll that I would do with it for fun would be like 18. I'm like, are you kidding? What's happening?
That's right.
Sounds about
It's
right.
okay. It still got me a nat 20 on them at one point.
And that's
Mine-
important.
Rolled shit every time I just play rolled or practice rolled with them, but in game they did all right.
Nice.
That's great.
All right.
They
Love
just need
that.
some loving. They just need some loving, and that's what it is. What did we learn today? Aside from the true power of friendship, which is that you don't abandon your friends when they become corrupted by the Force.
Force.
You're there to help bring them back. Jeffrey. That won't come back to bite us, I'm sure.
Jish.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Absolutely
Totally.
not.
It'll be fine. All right, I gotta take off and wrangle some critters. Have a good night, everybody.
Love you!
Bye.
Good
Love
night.
you.
Jade's giving so much bad advice, guys.
I'm here for it.
To be fair, she has no idea what she's talking about.
Just makes it better.
It really does.
All right, guys. Well, I am also gonna go. I am very sleepy,
Okay.
and
you.
I will talk to you later.
Have
Good
you?
night.
Good
Love
night.
you.
Love you.
Neville looks sleepy too.
Yeah. And then blood work tomorrow as well, so.
No. Lame. Lame work, not that you have to go to bed, because you should sleep if you are tired.
It's fine. I have Saturday to look forward to. So
Heck yeah.
Yes.
See, I rolled another nat 20. But it doesn't matter.
there's on Saturday there's going to be a part where I'm going to want to explain my whole backstory basically.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have to make a very important decision. Do I try and do so with my limited vocabulary and common? Or do I tell Dalabash everything and trust him to explain it afterwards?
Anyone understands your language now. But it would be much funnier to make Dalabash try and recount it.